Look at this right here. Look at this thing. This right here. Okay, these picnic tables used to sit right there, man. People used to be able to come over here and, you know, eat food, you know, have a picnic, whatever. They used to come out here to fish. Look, some fools. Look what some fools did. Look what they did. They threw the picnic tables over there in the water. What a bunch of fools, man. See, that's the problem with most people, man. They're stupid. They're just dumb. It's dumb. The people who threw those picnic tables over there in the water, I could never help them figure out how to make money online. They're just fools, man. They just want to destroy stuff. There's a series of problems that you're gonna encounter. All of them have the potential to just stop you dead in your tracks, right? The first one, without a doubt, is taking action, like just getting started, right? And you hear that again and again and again, and it's almost cliche. And the problem with cliche stuff is when people hear them, it just kind of rolls off their mind. They don't even think about it because they've heard it so much, they're desensitized to it. It's like they're blind to it. But the thing about it is, a lot of times people feel like they are getting started. Like when they buy a course, like Easy YouTube Money Method 2.0. I just launched that course yesterday, and you know, a lot of people bought it. And when they bought it, they probably felt like they were really taking action. But the truth is, you don't really take action until you open your doors for business. And that's kind of the first big obstacle to overcome when you're trying to work for yourself, is actually picking something and committing to it and owning the fact that this is what you're gonna do, right? Okay, look, man, I'm gonna do a YouTube channel. I'm going to make my money doing this, okay? This is what I'm gonna do, and like owning that, right? And not being afraid to tell your friends, to tell your family, and tell anybody else, hey, look, man, this is my job now, all right? This is my job. My job is I make videos. I'm a content creator, and I make money through affiliate marketing and product creation and blogging and videos, man. This is what I do for a living, all right? Because when you're not owning it and you're afraid to tell anybody about it, and you're afraid people are gonna laugh at you or whatever, you're not committed 100%. You're not fully committed. Yeah, man, they might laugh at you, but you can't be afraid to tell them about it, because it's not really about them, it's about you. Being able to tell other people what you do for money and what your job is and what you're doing, that's about you. That's about being 100% committed in your mind. So look, the first problem people are gonna face is taking action. And like I said, you know, there's a lot that goes into that, you know. Like the second thing that I noticed is a big problem that people are gonna have to overcome is, like, once they take action on something, like a lot of times they give up too fast. You know what I'm saying? They give up too fast. Like they don't even think they're giving up, you know? It's like they think, oh man, you know, this thing isn't, you know, I'm not getting any results. I put a lot of work into this. I should be seeing results by now. The thing about it is, man, I mean, results are going to come different for everybody. You know, it's not a paint by numbers system. You know, I can give you a paint by numbers course, but we're not painting the paint by numbers picture here. I mean, it's going to be a work of art in the end. For you to get really successful at it, you're going to have to kind of make it your own. You're going to have to own it a little bit, and that's just something that comes with practice. So you really got to keep after it. YouTube is a proven model. I mean, I've proved it works. Hundreds and thousands of other people have proven it works. I mean, if you have a proven model like that and you start on it and it's not working out, you know, measure your results and kind of look at it like a mechanic. I'm not really getting the results that I want. How can I fix this? I mean, I know, like, you know, you started a channel, you know, a while back, and you just started, you know, kind of becoming active on it again, and like instantly you were measuring views and results and how things changed. And you know, that a lot of people don't do that. They don't look at it like a mechanic and see, well, I did this and that affected change like this. I did this and that affected change like this. They don't look at it like that, you know. They really bought into a sales letter, and you know, the sales letter is great, but it was really designed to get them to take action and start. You're dealing with real people and you're trying to get them to give you real money, okay? And that's an art form. It's not a paint-by-number system. So there's going to be nuances. There's going to be differences between your audience and Joe's audience over here. And like, you're going to have to figure out what works better for your audience, you know? And you're going to have to figure out, you know, what number they like the best as far as what they like to pay you. You're going to have to figure out what time is the best time to email them. when do most of them like to get their emails? When do you get the most open rates on your emails? And I say that stuff to you, and I know that you're probably thinking like, ah, man, dude, that sounds like a lot of work, man. That sounds like a pain in the butt. And you know, I mean, it's, I don't know, it's you know, some of it is work, but I mean, you know, you do it because, you know, you want to be successful at it, you know, and that's what you do, you know. I'll tell you another thing that really, you know, hangs people up, and this is something like they don't even see on the radar, is like unless they're in the internet marketing niche, or unless they're in that make money online niche, a lot of people who try to go into business for themselves and do the online thing, they don't see that they actually have to learn a little bit of marketing. I don't care if you're doing a YouTube channel. I don't care if you're trying to do an ebook about fishing. I don't care, you know, what you're doing online, trying to do like an Amazon, you know, affiliate e-store, e-commerce store, whatever you're doing online, like, I mean, you have to learn a little bit of marketing. I mean, if you don't learn marketing, you're doomed, man. You're doomed. You're dead in the water. And I can't tell you how many times I see like people on like a forum or like a Facebook group. All the time I'll see this, man. Somebody like, dude, I got this killer product, man. All I need is someone for the marketing end of things. All I need is someone to handle the marketing end of things. I got this killer product I created, but I'm not good at marketing. I need someone to do the marketing end of things. It's like, to me, when I see that, it's just a red flag, man. That's like, I know, dude, you know what? You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, and like your product's probably not even very good to begin with, you know? So that's funny, especially when I see them doing that in the internet marketing field. If I see them in internet marketing, in the make money online niche, saying they don't understand the marketing side of things very good, they just need someone to help them with the marketing, they've created a great product. It's probably not a great product. It's probably, you know, it's probably not. And I mean, look, you need to understand marketing. And look, I'm not trying to like throw like some kind of big puzzle at people, you know, when I say that. So you don't really need to like focus on all these different ways of marketing. You just need to become like a master of like just one little type of marketing, you know? Become the master of like forum marketing, you know? Or become like the master at like YouTube marketing, you know? Or become, you know, the master at Facebook marketing, you know? Just master just one little thing, and that's gonna serve you so well. And that's something that, man, that hangs a lot of people up, because they can take action on something, they can examine their product, and they can look and see what the problems are, and eventually, if they get everything else right, eventually they're going to run smack dab into the problem of they're not getting enough traffic to their properties, and that is going to smack dab align them with marketing. I need to figure out a way to get my product in front of eyes that care about my product. And they're going to run smack dab into the middle of that, and then they're going to have to either, you know, like a lot of people do, they try to find someone to do it for them because they want to get it done fast, or they need to go back to the drawing board and learn some of this stuff with marketing, you know. Man, look at this tree. How old do you think this tree is? This thing's probably older than this whole freaking park. That reminds me of that other tree. You know, that reminds me of that other tree over there behind that stadium, you know. We should go take a look at that other tree, man. That other tree is huge and it is old, man. Look at this tree. This is the one I was telling you about. Look at this thing. I mean, this is like, can you see how big this thing is? It's massive. It's massive. This tree is like, man, this is like an analogy. It's like a metaphor for the internet, really. That's the fourth biggest thing that I see. That's probably number 4 on the list of obstacles people have to overcome on the internet. Is like, they don't realize how big the internet is, you know? And they don't niche down enough. You could say millions of people just like in one tiny little area of this space, you know? How else could I make a YouTube channel just about the NutriBullet, a stupid blender, and pull in like 8,000 subscribers, just like that, you know? I could do it with like almost any kitchen appliance that has a following, that has people that care about the appliance, you know? I saw a juicer the other day. I might just do another channel about this juicer. I could do it, you know? And just like laser targeted audience, just like that. But a lot of people, man, they get on the internet, they want to make a website about like, you know, YouTube. You know? They want to make a website about, you know, how to publish ebooks. Or they want to make a website about, you know, this or about that. You know, you do a lot better by really laser focusing. And it's not like it's easy, right? It's not like easy, because you can get too laser focused, you know? I mean, you can get like too small, you know? But then like it's really, really easy to get too big. And it's almost better to get too small, to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna make a website about low impact exercises for people over the age of 50. That's all my website's going to be about, is low impact exercises for people over the age of 50. So, but you could take it even farther. You could say, well, I'm going to just do a website or a blog about low impact exercises for people that are diabetics and over the age of 50. And to be honest with you, that'll probably still be successful too. Because there's a lot of people that are over 50 that are diabetics who are interested in exercises they can do to get more healthy, to, you know, better their lives, and hopefully get rid of these stupid diabetes. So there's a lot of people out there that would focus on. Still, even that wouldn't be too narrow. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, when it comes to niching down, me personally, I mean, I definitely err on the side of going too narrow versus going too broad. You run a greater risk, to me, of being lost in a giant ocean by going too broad than you do by like nobody caring about your site by going too narrow. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? I mean, basically, you smarter to go too narrow versus too broad, because you're gonna find some people out there who care about what you're talking about. And the cool thing about being too narrow is like, you're gonna be like the expert on that topic to those people, because there ain't nobody else going that narrow. I mean, you are the narrowest dude. There ain't nobody else out there with a blog or a website or a YouTube channel that's geared just for people over the age of 50 that are diabetics and want to do low impact exercises. You are the over 50 diabetic low impact exercise king. I mean, you're like the king for that one thing, you know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean that's it, man. That's it, you know. Number 4, man. Niche down your ass off. However you want to say it. Niche down your ass off, man. Like it's your job. Like, you know what I mean? Like niche it down, dude. But yeah, big ass tree, man. You know, it's funny because when I started making money online, I was successful, sort of. I was sort of successful, and then I got more successful, and then I figured out, like, there's a piece of the puzzle I'm missing, you know? And that kind of leads me to the 5th problem that a lot of people who try to start making money online are gonna face. Networking. Like, if you want to make good money online, you need to make friends. You need to network your ass off, man. Everybody else in your space, like that's really important that you try to connect with them in some way. Make friends with the other people in your space. Like we had an example. I was talking to you about making like a website or a blog about like, hey, I'm gonna be like the low impact exercise diabetics over 50 king. I'm gonna be the king in that space. You know, if that's what I'm doing, man, I'm gonna try to reach out to other people who are doing like low impact exercise blogs. I'm gonna try to reach out to other people who are doing like diabetic websites, like nutritional diabetic websites. People that are in my same wheelhouse, man, I'm gonna reach out like crazy to those people. Try to do like a guest blog article on their blog. Try to reach out to other YouTubers who, you know, are doing stuff like that. I'm gonna reach out to the people in my space, man. This is gonna really make you strong, you know. And that's a piece of the puzzle, man, I didn't get for a long time. And I think a lot of people who are just getting started, trying to make money online, they don't get that part of the puzzle, that they should be reaching out to other people that are doing similar things to them. They kind of look at it like they're competitors. Dude, you gotta reach out to other people. You know, you gotta reach out to other people to get stronger. That's just the way it is. And like I said, that's a piece of the puzzle that took me a while to like figure out. But it's definitely a huge piece of the puzzle. You know, that'll boost your income considerably once you start networking with other people in your space like crazy and start trying to help them. The main thing that I'm trying to point out, man, is, you know, you're not just trying to help the people. You're not just trying to help the people that's your target market. You're also trying to help the other people in your space that are trying to help that target market. You can look at it like, hey, you're all a team and you're trying to kind of help the same general group of people. All right, so that's a really good way to look at it, and a lot of people miss that. But when you get that and you grasp that, you'll make a lot more money online, that's for sure. And you know, and on top of that, and Easy YouTube Money Method 2.0, I think